I'm here with my friend Damian Orozco from the tea house on Los Rios. He is one of the owner-operators of this family-owned business, and I've been coming for years, which I appreciate it. So there's so much history there, so much going on. I just want you to share about the tea house. So how did the tea house come to be the tea house?
Good question. Well, thanks for coming, Danielle. Nice to see you. And we are on Los Rios Street, so the oldest residential neighborhood in all of California, and home to, of course, the iconic tea house on Los Rios.
Yep.
So this actually started as a dream from my grandparents over 30 years ago now. And they had this vision of turning this old dilapidated abandoned cottage on Los Rios Street into a tea room. They love the concept of tea, of taking time out of your busy day and de-stressing and reconnecting with loved ones, friends, family, whoever, to sip over tea. So they spent over 3 years restoring the cottage and turning it into a restaurant.
I've seen the before pictures.
The before and after,
yes.
It's pretty amazing.
Uh-huh.
So 3 years, we opened in January of 1998, and it took about 3 years because, as you know, the city planning, Cultural and Heritage Commission, to make sure that it fits in the Los Rios, the whole idea of this really unique neighborhood down here in San Juan Capistrano.
Oh, yeah.
Now, not only do we have the tea house, but behind us here is the Forrester Victorian home.
That is a landmark all of its own. No.
Totally. This was actually moved here from 1.5 miles down the road.
Yeah.
It's an 1887 farmhouse Victorian. It was owned by the Forrester family that owned much of South Orange County back in the late 1800s.
They did.
So in order to have a business on Los Rios Street, the owners of the business either have to live within the business or within 75 feet of the business.
Oh,
so
fun fact.
Fun fact. So my grandparents were like, well, we're not going to live inside of the tea house. It's quite small anyhow. But what can we do? Well, let's move this house, save it from being demolished, and restore it and live in it. So they moved it here, and still to this day, they live here and part of the Forrester Victorian and gardens that we're in as well.
I think that's fantastic because I know you know my story about this Victorian house.
Yep.
Is because I sold a house over where this property used to be.
That's right.
And all those homes are, I think, a tribute to this house because they're all a little bit of a Victorian style in San Juan Capistrano on the Del Obispo and Del Avion.
That's right.
And on the outside of those properties is a plaque, and it's dedicated to this house. And I thought it was just a fantastic story that they kept it going, and there's so much history. But I love that fact that I didn't know that this have to live and or work or live close by to have a business here.
Yeah.
Because it is still a residential street.
That's right. Yeah, still a residential neighborhood. I think to keep it feeling small as well, right? As the owners that have businesses on the street, still to keep it this residential neighborhood feel, right? And so yeah, to this day, still live here and enjoying everything that the street has to offer.
And I've been coming here since I was, well, I think you're almost 20 years. You're almost 20 years. 2028, would you be 28 years?
That will be 30 years.
30 years.
Is that crazy?
I
know, I'm aging myself too.
Well, I did, and I did take finance and a degree in it, so obviously my math is not going with me. But that's crazy. So yes, I've been coming since I was way younger. And I know that you guys I've had tea parties here, events here. I know you do themed things. Can you tell me a little bit like what you guys do? Like,
definitely.
Because you do a lot.
So our specialty is afternoon tea, Orange County's premier afternoon tea service. But we don't just stay in that realm. We do weekend brunch. We have lunch experiences that people come for, that you can have some of your favorite English dishes, shepherd's pie, English pasties. But we also have nice entree salads, things for good lunch experiences as well. Everything, of course, is served with our famous scone. As you know, heart-shaped, served with our homemade raspberry preserves in the early California cream. And then everything also comes with your choice of beverage, which we have 56 different types of loose leaf, all organic tea. We make iced teas, of course, fresh juices, things like that too. So it's not just, you know, your typical afternoon tea. Of course, people can choose that, but we have a lot of other items as well. One fun thing here that we do is every month we have different themed teas. So being the month of February, we're doing our Valentine's high tea right now.
Yes.
So it comes with all seasonal tea sandwiches, desserts, soups, salads. Next month is March, so we do our shamrock tea, where it features a lot of Irish things. So we're doing like a corned beef tea sandwich, an Irish egg salad, Irish shortbread for dessert. So a lot of fun items there. And it keeps going. So we just finished up a great holiday tea plate as well that we did.
Yeah.
But one thing that's really unique to the tea house is it's an experience, right? It's a destination where people plan to come, you know, a month, 2 months in advance and make a whole day out of it, right? People are traveling from Los Angeles, San Diego, and also local from Laguna Beach, San Juan, to come with out-of-town guests or a loved one and just reconnect, right? Take out time out of your busy day. That's something that I like to keep true to what my grandparents started, right? Carrying on that legacy of, yes, we're a business. However, the whole concept is to be a cornerstone in the community, to build community with each other. And that's something that I'm really proud to carry on.
I love it. It's great. Like everything you just said is resonates here because I've seen it. I've seen it. And like the events that you put on, like people come in, they come dressed up in tea attire.
Oh yeah.
We were here today right now and there's people already dressed up in tea attire. It's like when you walk into San Juan, you're okay to wear a cowboy hat and boots because that's how we are. But when you walk into the tea house, you can dress all like you're going to a tea party and people, it's what you do. I mean, you could dress normally, but that's an experience as it is. So get dressed up to come here and to enjoy your grounds.
Absolutely. And that's part of the special part about it, right? Is it's not just, if you like, let's go to the tea house for lunch. Okay. But also let's go to the tea house in a month. It's going to be your birthday. We're going to go and we're going to celebrate and have a great time. You know, wear your tea hat. I'm going to get dressed up in a suit and we'll go. But like you said, you know, come in shorts and a t-shirt as well and just stop in for a quick bite. We love that too. But it's really fun to be a place where people come to celebrate milestones or just the everyday.
Yeah, I think it was my mother's 80th birthday. She insisted on coming here. She didn't want to celebrate, but we've made it a surprise for her, and she loved it because she's English. She loves her tea. She loves her sandwiches, and I love the scones. I mean, I like a lot of stuff here, but I love the scones because they're signature hearts.
Oh yeah,
and that's a key. Side note: we are actually standing in the garden.
Yes, you
do functions here from time to time, don't you?
We do.
Absolutely. Okay, what can people do here? What do you allow?
The tea house has a lot of different venue spaces, and it can accommodate up to 50 people in some of the larger venue spaces for baby showers, bridal showers, anniversaries. Out on our Victorian lawn, this is another area that people like to rent out. Same thing for baby showers, bridal showers. We do a lot of nonprofit organizations, especially during the spring and summertime out here. And it can fit up to 130 guests. And we can have lots of different functions, everything from celebrations to corporate events and you know, small weddings, things like that as well. But it's all underneath our beautiful 200-year-old sycamore tree with our chandeliers and then with the backdrop of the Victorian. It's quite beautiful. But we hosted a number of events here as well for the community. You know, different tree lighting events and chamber functions and things like that too. So it's been really fun to utilize this space for special things as well.
I know you should. It's great. It's like it's a hidden garden, a hidden gem in San Juan Capistrano in Orange County. So I hope that people, I mean, you flourish in business. I will tell you, every time I come by, you always have people here, which is fantastic because you are unique. And I know that that will continue to happen. But the fact that you offer all these different avenues and you're thinking ahead is going to keep your longevity going. So
Thank you.
Congratulations to everything you do.
Do you want to come have a cup of tea with me now?
I'd love to have a cup of tea with you.
All right, let's go sit.
Okay, perfect.
This brick walkway, 1880s, and then I helped my grandpa lay this when we first opened. So this is part of the foundation from that house that we moved over here.
Isn't
that kind of cool?
Too.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That's such a good story.
We're sitting in our parlor. This is part of the original 1910 cottage that my grandparents restored. And one of the original rooms here. So it has original windows, original front door, ceilings, everything like that. So really, really fun here.
I absolutely love history of this, and I'd love to see how buildings that are much older than today's buildings, are still here standing because it's a true testament to the craftsmanship. Of course, it took work to make it because I know what it looked like before, but the fact you could keep these,
right?
that's pretty cool.
It's a lot. So the front 3 rooms are still all original. So you have the original ceilings and, chair rails, everything like that from it. So it's a lot of fun. Obviously we added on, a commercial kitchen and our wraparound veranda and everything, so
Okay.
again, our specialty, right,
Proper.
is our loose leaf tea. So we have 56 different types of our loose leaf organic tea. And what I made today is our private reserve. So this is a special blend that we have just at the tea house. It's a black tea, and it has notes of pomegranate and vanilla.
Ooh.
So each time you come, you get your own pot of tea. And if you don't mind,
Go ahead.
so this is our tea strainer.
Yep.
Place it right on top of your cup, and it will strain out all of that loose leaf tea. So no tea bags here.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
And you will see, and this tea is really nice. It has, like I said, those notes in there, and you can add milk or sugar, but it's great as is.
Okay.
So
I'm going to do as is. Maybe on a second cup, I'll do milk, but in the meantime, this. I find also like you have all different pots.
So everything's mismatched China here. So
Love it.
we find different ones are estate sales. Some are new, some are, 100 years old, different China patterns, everything, but nothing is alike, which is kind of fun.
I think it's great.
Yep.
So then, all right.
You can try, it might be a little hot, but cheers.
I do. And I
Can you catch that vanilla in there?
vanilla I can do.
And then a little of the fruit notes in there too. So this is one that my grandma made, that's special. So we've kept it on the menu ever since. It's that private reserve.
I think that's fantastic. You have and you have 56.
56 different types. So everything from traditional black teas, we have English breakfast, Irish breakfast, Darjeeling, all the way to our fruit flavored black teas. We have herbal teas, all naturally caffeine free. So something for everyone. I have sometimes have guests that are like, I'm not a tea drinker, right? And I'm like, okay, well, we'll turn you into one because we have something for everyone, right? I get if you think Lipton tea bags, right? I wouldn't be a huge fan either. However, this is a little bit different.
It's so different. It's wonderful. And have you had, or do you have one that has a chocolatey flavor too?
We do. We have a couple.
Okay, because I tend to choose that one or the fruity ones.
Oh yeah, we have chocolate mint, which is a black tea.
Yes.
And so it has pieces of cocoa and it has some mint in there. And I also have one that's one of my favorites. It's actually a rooibos tea. It's a naturally caffeine-free red tea, and it has cocoa bean in there too. And it's super nice.
So do you source all these teas from different areas?
We do. Yeah,
Okay.
all over the world. We have peppermint that comes from the Willamette Valley. We have chamomile that comes from Egypt. We have sencha that comes from Japan. We have Ceylon that comes from Sri Lanka. So all over the world. Yep. And then a lot of the blends we do special for the tea house as well.
You do, yeah, you do. You have different options for your tea sandwiches, your afternoon tea.
Something for everyone, right? We have what I call like our intro to afternoon tea, which is our garden tea experience.
Okay.
And that comes with, of course, your choice of tea, tea sandwiches, scones, fresh fruit, and dessert, all the way up to our royalty.
Yes.
It comes with, our salad, soup, desserts, more tea sandwiches. So on any level, depending on how hungry you are or what you're here to experience, we have something for you too.
Okay, perfect.
And of course, the cucumber sandwiches, egg salad, chicken curry.
Keeps on going.
Keeps on going, definitely.
It's good. Now, I know that you've always thinking above and beyond and next and everything. So next door, you have Teak.
That's right.
Tell us more about Teak or tell me, I mean, I know it's retail, but tell me more about that. What's going on over there?
Sure. So as we were expanding here at the restaurant, we got so many people asking, do you sell your teas? Do you sell the scone mix? Do you sell tea strainers? Just really getting into tea. And we had the opportunity to rent the house next door. And I originally rented it for offices.
Yes.
And then I thought, well, if there's the need for people to want to buy different things, well, let's set up a gift shop. So it'll be turning 2 this March.
Oh.
So 2 years ago we opened, and really it's gone way above my imagination. But it's such a nice either start or end to the experience of our afternoon tea service, or even just people walking on the street that maybe don't have a tea experience here, but they want to pick up a fascinator or you know, a cute piece of jewelry.
Oh, yeah.
Or some of our tea as well. So we sell all of our different types of tea there. Of course, all the tea accoutrements from teacups to tumblers. And my team, my creative team, has done a really good job of making all of our new tea tins. We have our scone mixes now that we
Yes.
sell. So everything's kind of tea house branded, which is really, really fun to sell over there. And again, it helps people commemorate their time with us, which is really unique.
Yeah, it's absolutely perfect. And it's like every time I walk by, I usually go in, but I always have to stop and see what tea you're offering, because you do offer tea to taste.
That's right.
Outside the front door.
That's right, out the front door. It can be, whether it's a chilly day or a warm day, we can offer hot or iced, and that way people can sample. So it can be our Bourbon Street Vanilla, of course the Private Reserve, Peach Apricot. So some ones that people really love here, we like to showcase there.
Yeah.
Especially if you've never tried tea before. That's a good way to sample it.
Exactly. Perfect. Thank you for sharing with that, because it's always, I love the entrepreneur brain that you have, but I love that it's a family business and it's grown. So cheers again to that.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Las Catrinas obviously still here.
Yes.
We have Psychic is here, Duda, Cottage Gallery is still here, and then of course Teak.
People drive on this street, but tourists don't realize, you know, people live on this street and they drive on this street.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. See, I like this added feature always.
And today it's strawberry kiwi. So I made an iced tea. Yeah. Have you tried this?
No.
Try this one. This is one of my favorites.
Definitely.
This is a caffeine free, all natural, all dried fruit pieces.
All dried. Do you make this?
Isn't that one good? It's so refreshing on like a summer day.
Good call. See, it's a great profession that you jumped into.
Tea, you know?
Yeah, I love it. It's great. All right, we'll take a peek in here.
Take a peek in Teak.
Where do you get all your stuff? Like
all over.
Oh, those are cool.
Tea flasks that has the scone mixes. True gift shop, you know, people have cards, there's gifts, some, you know, a lot of fun. Of course, hats and fascinators.
Of course.
You know?
Well, if you don't have one, you can have one now.
That's right. That's right.
I always find something that I want to take, and I'll usually get something when I'm here, and it might be a little trinket or a card. I know, gift cards usually too.
Yeah.
I tend to always get
That makes it easy.
Yeah, gift cards, because it's perfect. I've gotten gift cards for family members, and it's like they admire that and they love it and they utilize it.
Yep.
So I think it's great.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Thank you as always for taking us on this tour. And
Of course.
it was a beautiful day, and I appreciate you, your friendship, your family, and your entrepreneurship and everything you do.
Yes, well, always good to see you.
Oh, yes. What are we coming in here for? Thank you so much.
Always nice to see you. And yeah, enjoy tea, pick some up on the way out, and then we'll see you soon, hopefully.
Okay, perfect.
Bye,
Thank you.
Dana.
Bye.